Imagine a luxury electric car that looks like it belongs in the same league as a Porsche, accelerates like a supercar, and packs more technology than many flagship EVs on the road today. Now imagine that car costing nearly half the price of most luxury electric vehicles. That's exactly what the Denza Z9 GT is trying to do, and it might just be one of the most disruptive electric cars the world has seen in years. This vehicle comes from BYD, one of the fastest growing automakers in the world, through its premium brand Denza. The model we're talking about today is the stunning Denza Z9 GT, a car designed to challenge high-end European machines like the Porsche Taycan and the Mercedes-Benz EQE. But here's the twist. Because of heavy tariffs in the United States, Americans may not get easy access to vehicles like this anytime soon. Meanwhile, Canadian buyers could potentially benefit far more if Chinese EVs begin entering the market. And when you see everything the Denza Z9 GT offers, you'll understand why this car could shake the entire EV industry. The first time you look at the Denza Z9 GT, the design immediately stands out. This is not your typical sedan, and it's definitely not an SUV. Instead, Denza chose a design known as a shooting brake, which blends the sleek silhouette of a sports car with the practicality of a wagon. The result is something both elegant and aggressive. At the front, the car features a futuristic fascia with extremely sharp LED headlights that stretch across the body, giving the vehicle a wide and powerful stance. The front bumper is sculpted with aerodynamic channels that help guide airflow around the vehicle, improving efficiency and stability at high speeds. Everything about the front design looks intentional, modern, and premium. Move to the side and the proportions become even more impressive. The roofline flows smoothly toward the rear, creating that distinctive grand touring profile. The body is long and low, emphasizing speed even when the car is standing still. With a length of over 5 meters and a wheelbase of more than 3 meters, the Z9 GT is actually larger than many luxury sedans on the road today. Large aerodynamic wheels, flush door handles, and smooth body panels help reduce drag while maintaining a very futuristic appearance. It's clear Denza wanted this car to look like something from the next generation of automotive design. At the rear, the Z9 GT continues its dramatic styling with a full-width LED light bar stretching across the back of the vehicle. The taillights create a striking signature at night, instantly recognizable on the road. There's also an active rear spoiler integrated into the design, which automatically deploys at higher speeds to improve downforce and stability. Overall, the exterior design of the Denza Z9 GT looks like something that should cost well into 6 figures. Yet the price of this car tells a completely different story, which we'll talk about later. Step inside the Denza Z9 GT and the experience becomes even more futuristic. The interior feels less like a traditional car cabin and more like a high-tech luxury lounge. One of the first things you notice is the screen setup across the dashboard. The vehicle features a triple screen layout. In the center sits a massive 17-inch infotainment display that controls nearly every function of the vehicle. In front of the driver is a digital instrument cluster displaying driving information, navigation, and performance data. On the passenger side, there's another dedicated display allowing the front passenger to interact with entertainment and navigation systems. Together, these displays create a seamless digital environment inside the car. The system runs on BYD's advanced smart cockpit software, which supports voice commands, artificial intelligence assistance, navigation, media streaming, and over-the-air updates. The cabin materials also emphasize luxury. Soft Nappa leather covers the seats and door panels, while brushed metal accents and ambient lighting create a sophisticated atmosphere at night. The lighting system can change colors depending on driving mode or personal preference, giving the interior a customizable feel. Comfort was clearly a priority when designing this car. The front seats are designed with extended bolsters and ergonomic support for long journeys. They offer heating, ventilation, and massage functions, which are usually reserved for very high-end luxury vehicles. Rear passengers benefit from the long wheelbase as well. There's generous legroom and headroom, making the back seat feel more like a limousine than a sports car. Whether you're commuting daily or taking a long road trip, the interior is designed to keep everyone comfortable. But the Denza Z9 GT is not just about comfort and design, it's also loaded with advanced technology designed to assist the driver and enhance safety. The car uses an advanced driver assistance system powered by sensors, cameras, radar, and LiDAR technology. This allows the vehicle to perform tasks like intelligent lane keeping, adaptive cruise control, automated parking, and highway driving assistance. In many situations, the car can manage steering, acceleration, and braking automatically, reducing driver fatigue during long trips. It's a major step toward the future of autonomous driving. Now let's talk about performance, because this is where the Denza Z9 GT becomes truly incredible. The fully electric version of the car uses a tri-motor all-wheel drive system. That means there are 3 electric motors working together to deliver power to all 4 wheels. Combined output can reach nearly 900 horsepower. That kind of power puts the Z9 GT firmly in supercar territory. When you press the accelerator, the car launches from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in roughly 3 seconds. To put that in perspective, that's faster than many high-performance sports cars that cost 2 or 3 times more. The vehicle also includes advanced torque vectoring technology. This system adjusts power delivery to each wheel individually, improving traction and handling. As a result, the car remains incredibly stable when cornering at high speeds. Another impressive feature is rear-wheel steering. At low speeds, the rear wheels turn slightly in the opposite direction of the front wheels, making the large car easier to maneuver in tight spaces. At high speeds, the rear wheels turn in the same direction as the front wheels, improving stability and control. Combined with adaptive suspension, the Denza Z9 GT delivers a driving experience that balances comfort with high performance capability. Of course, performance means very little if the battery and range aren't good enough. Fortunately, this is another area where BYD excels. The Denza Z9 GT uses BYD's advanced battery technology, which has become famous for its safety and durability. The fully electric version is equipped with a battery pack around 100 kilowatt-hours, delivering a driving range of more than 600 kilometers on a single charge under standard testing conditions. For many drivers, that's more than enough for several days of commuting without needing to charge. Some versions of the car are expected to push range even further, potentially exceeding 1,000 kilometers under certain testing standards. That level of range is extremely impressive and places the Z9 GT among the longest-range EVs in the world. Fast charging capabilities also mean you can add significant range in a relatively short time when connected to high-power charging stations. There is also a plug-in hybrid version available for buyers who want even greater flexibility. This version combines a turbocharged gasoline engine with electric motors to deliver an extremely long combined driving range. For drivers worried about range anxiety, that hybrid option practically eliminates the problem entirely. Now, here comes the part that surprises most people. Despite its luxury design, massive performance, and cutting-edge technology, the Denza Z9 GT starts at a price far lower than most vehicles in its class. In China, the price of the Z9 GT begins around $50,000 depending on configuration. That's astonishing considering the level of performance and technology packed into the car. For comparison, vehicles like the Porsche Taycan or Mercedes-Benz EQE can easily cost close to $100,000 or more. This price difference highlights the growing competitiveness of Chinese electric vehicle manufacturers. Companies like BYD have invested heavily in battery production, manufacturing efficiency, and software development, allowing them to deliver advanced vehicles at lower prices. Now, this is where things get particularly interesting for people living in Canada. In the United States, Chinese electric vehicles face extremely high import tariffs. These tariffs can exceed 100%, effectively doubling the cost of many Chinese EVs. As a result, vehicles like the Denza Z9 GT could become far too expensive to compete in the American market. Canada, however, may not apply the same level of restrictions in the future, which could allow Chinese automakers to offer their vehicles at more competitive prices. If that happens, Canadian consumers might gain access to luxury electric vehicles with incredible technology and performance at prices significantly lower than comparable European or American models. Imagine being able to buy a luxury electric grand touring car with nearly 900 horsepower, over 600 kilometers of range, and cutting-edge autonomous driving features for the price of a mid-range sedan. That's exactly the kind of disruption cars like the Denza Z9 GT could bring to the Canadian EV market. More competition would likely push other manufacturers to lower prices, improve technology, and accelerate innovation. In other words, vehicles like the Denza Z9 GT don't just represent another new car, they represent a shift in the global automotive landscape. The electric vehicle revolution is no longer dominated by just a few companies. New players are entering the market with technology, performance, and value that challenge the traditional giants of the auto industry. And if this trend continues, the next decade could bring some of the most exciting innovations the car world has ever seen. The Denza Z9 GT is a perfect example of that future. It combines stunning design, luxurious comfort, incredible performance, long driving range, and a surprisingly affordable price. If vehicles like this eventually reach Canadian roads, they could change how people think about electric cars entirely. And the most fascinating part is that we're only just getting started. Kindly subscribe to my channel for future upload.